Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
On the up. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the man from Notre Dame. At quarterback, it's Ian Book.
And one of the selling points about Ian Book coming out of college is his brain, a very smart player. And he was snapped up in the 4th round in 2021 when many thought he would go much later, mainly on the strength of that brain. Good arm, accurate, tough, one of the top players in Notre Dame history in terms of wins as a quarterback.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
You talk about this Miami defense.
Well, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
But he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one goes for 8 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Mason pushes past him.
That's some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Still first down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Working out of the gun. Here's Book.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Now Mason. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll run again with Mason. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Book. Throw out wide is incomplete.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. Well, the Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's to the new Dolphin. It's Odell Beckham Jr. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. They'll start with the option. Hook hit, and he lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process, picks up the first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in a win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action now, Book. Oh, and that is incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They
Book under pressure, and he'll go down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Draw play, Mason. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now on 3rd and long throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now they run. It's Mason. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. On the ground again, it's Mason. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mason. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal?
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Now Book.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ian Book, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down and his 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down.
and this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
2nd and 10.
On the give, this is their fullback.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Tua going to throw. And this is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run. Achane.
Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
De'Von Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are back within a score.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from De'Von Achane.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
From the shotgun, it's Book.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Mason on the draw. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 39.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
To throw his Book.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try the left side. Mason. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On third down, it's Mason. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks, you tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Tua.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
Part of me sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
The Niners offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
In motion goes the tight end. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Book now. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back to throw again. He's got Mason complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. In motion is Gray. To throw again on 2nd down. Oh, that's complete right around the 8. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They run it with Mason. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We start out west in the City of Angels, an AFC West matchup at SoFi with the host LA Chargers taking on Denver. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in the second quarter. Adam Thielen, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head eastward to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Will Levis, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Muscles by at the 25. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Well, it's tough time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Book. Eight yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. That's caught by Jennings. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Mason, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
He finds his man, complete. That's Mason. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tua hit, and the ball is out.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And they go play action with Book.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Book from the gun on 3rd down.
is inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 6.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now Book on the bootleg. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's got him. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A nice little juke. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Drake Jackson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game
that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Connects with Kittle underneath. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Up the middle they go. Mason.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
The Niners on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mason. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Now a handoff up the middle. Mason. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
At their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw to Smith. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
115 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mason. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now Boyd.
Steps away to his left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards, as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 27. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, he shifts past him. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance, if they want, to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game. You're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mason. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Delay of game.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
Up the middle they go. It's Mason. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
3rd and 9 here.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for San Francisco,
their hopes of finishing above 500 stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami,
they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8.
And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.